The Lives of the Saints by Father Alban Butler. September 22nd. Saint Emmeran, Bishop of Poitiers, Martyr and Patron of Regensburg. This holy pastor was a native of Poitiers, of an illustrious family, and in his youth made a generous sacrifice of the greatest temporal advantages this world could afford, to consecrate himself to God in the ministry of the altar. Being afterward, for his great learning and sanctity, chosen Bishop of Poitiers in the 7th century, he preached the pure maxims of the gospel with indefatigable zeal, without respect of persons, in all the towns and villages of his diocese, instructed all persons publicly and privately, provided relief for the corporal necessities of the poor, and seeking out the most hardened sinners in their houses, he, with wonderful sweetness and tender eloquence, drew them out of their disorders and led them, by the rules of sincere and perfect penance, into the paths of everlasting salvation. After having labored thus several years in the sanctification of souls in his own country, he was so touched with compassion for the unhappy state of so many thousands of blind infidels and idolaters in Germany that he resigned his episcopal charge and went to preach the gospel in Bavaria. Theodo, who commanded in that country with the title of Duke under King Sigebert III, detained him a long time at Ratisbon, and, being desirous to fix him there, offered him large revenues and lands. The saint modestly refused to accept of them, saying it was his only desire to preach Christ crucified. His whole conduct manifestly made it appear that he sought nothing but the salvation of souls, and he converted a great multitude of idolaters. After having preached there 3 years, and gained to God an incredible number of infidels and sinners, he undertook a pilgrimage to Rome to venerate the relics of the apostles and martyrs, and to consult the chief pastor upon certain difficulties. A troop of assassins, stirred up by the clamors and slanders of a wicked woman, pursued the holy man, and having overtaken him when he was advanced 3 days on his journey, they massacred him in the most inhuman manner, by cutting off his fingers, then his hands, ears, nose, legs, and arms. They left him, a maimed trunk, weltering in his blood, and in that condition he died with incredible tranquility of soul and patience in 653. Saint Emmeran is honored as patron of the city of Ratisbon and of the great monastery which there bears his name.